नमस्कार, I am Professor P.B. Gole, MEP's KTHM College Nasik, Department of Commerce, SYBCom, Semester 4, Cost and Work Accounting 2nd, Chapter 2nd, Labor Cost Remuneration and Incentive. Topic, Method of Time Booking. In the previous lecture, we studied timekeeping and also discussion difference between timekeeping and time booking. In this lecture, we will study the methods of time booking. Methods of time booking. A number of methods are used to know the quantum of time spent on a job, operations or process. The following are some of the important methods of time booking. First, daily time sheet. In this method, one sheet is allotted to each worker in which he record time spent by him on each job during the day. The method is suitable in case of those workers who have to change their jobs frequently during a day, that is, maintenance worker. The specimen form of daily timesheet is as follows. This is a specimen of daily timesheet in the books of Dastur Company Limited, Mulund. Name of the worker, ticket number, date, job number, department, time start and finish, total hour, ordinary overtime, wages rate, ordinary overtime, total wages. Sign of worker, foreman or cost clerk. Advantages of daily time sheet. First, simple and easy to understand. Second, these sheets are suitable even in the case of maintenance work or service. Third, foreman will know the quantum of work performed to by each worker in a day. Four, there is a close check on the correctness of the foreman signs daily. Fifth, in case of number of jobs to be performed by a worker in a day, the proper work is less voluminous compared to the job card system. Disadvantage of daily time sheet. First, accuracy cannot be relied upon as the entries are made by the individual worker. Second, there is a scope of mixing the idle time with the time booked for job or service. Third, paperwork will be voluminous where work are engaged on one job for several days. Second method, weekly timesheet. This is quite similar to daily timesheet except that instead of recording the books done for a day only, record of time for all jobs during the weeks is made. These types of record is mainly suitable for intermittent jobs and commonly used for recording time in building or construction work. As compared to daily timesheet, the clerical work is considerably reduced. The specimen from a weekly timesheet as follows. This is a specimen of weekly timesheet. This specimen similar to a daily timesheet, but in this sheet, job number are added in timesheet. This is a weekly timesheet, Monday to Sunday. Job number on off, job number on off, job number on off. Total hour, ordinary overtime, wages raise, ordinary overtime, total. Sign of worker, foreman, cost clerk. Third method, job card. In this method, a job card or job ticket is issued to each worker specifying his job. The worker record his time by hand or through time recording clock on the job card as he start the work. When he complete his work, he again write or punches the time on the card. A job card thus provide information about that nature of work done, the labor time spent thereon, and its cost. Job card also enable the management to keep a close check on the time spent by a worker on each job carried out during the day. The total duty time of worker should tally with the time shown in the job card. If it does not, then the time for which a worker remained idle should be recorded in the idle time card with the reason to account for his full day attendance time in the factory. Job card can be gainfully used for worker on outdoor duties. The specimen from a job card is as follows. This is the specimen of job card. Job number, worker's name, date, job description, time on off, total hour, ordinary overtime, rate, ordinary overtime, total amount, sign of worker, cost department, foreman. The specimen of idle time card, reason of idle time, machine breakdown, waiting for material, waiting for tools, waiting for foreman instruction, waiting for inspection, waiting for order, other reasons. Advantages of job card. First, the information is recorded fully and correctly as per the performa. Second, worker has to fill up the required column only. His portion of writing in negligible. Third one, it provides a useful link between production control and costing. Fifth, the information is suitable for cost analysis. Disadvantages. Job card method has the following drawbacks. First, where a worker has to perform several jobs every day, the paperwork will become heavy and voluminous. Second, the foreman will not know at a glance the quantum of work performed by each worker in a day. Third, if idle time is not booked properly, the reconciliation with the attendance of worker become very difficult. Method 4, labor cost card. In this card, the total labor time of all the workers spent on the particular job or order on different activities is recorded. This card travel with the job in place of preparing separate job card for each workers. Only one card is prepared and is passed on the next worker for carrying out next operation. After completion of previous operation, each worker record the time spent by him on a particular operation assigned to him. When preside, this card can give the information about the total labor cost of the job at one place. If facilitate cost analysis, the specimen from labor cost is as follows. Labor cost card specimen. Operation first, rough planning, clock number, hours rate, cost, timing, worker, etc. Then particular of operation, job number 2, job number 3, job number 4, job number 5, job number 6, job number 7, etc. Next method, piece rate system. Some of the advantages of labor cost card. This card facilitates the computation of labor cost of the job. Second, the time taken can be compared with the time allowed with recorded on the it any exercise time can be easily see from the card. The comparison will assistant in labor cost control. Disadvantages: labor cost card method has two following drawbacks. If a job run for a longer period, reconciliation with attendance of worker become difficult. Second, where a work enters the detail of the time taken, it may understate it to avoid the excessive time taken. In such a case, he may get inflated bonus on the basis of excessive time saved, which not correct saving of time. Fifth method, piece work card. The worker may be paid according to the work done by them instead of on the basis of the time spent by them on a particular job. In such a case, peak work card is maintained for each worker whenever the payment is made at a certain rate per unit of output or per article manufactured. The quantity of work done has to be taken into account. The work complete must be inspected, otherwise, the quality may be deteriorated by the employee in hurry to produce maximum possible unit within a limited time. Some factor do not maintain time card when they keep the piece work card, but is suggested that it is imperative to keep the piece work card along with the time card. The specimen from piece work card is follows. This is a specimen of piece work card. Description: quantity, units, rate, amount, time taken, etc. Some other information given in the piece work card. Last method, combine card. It record all three items. Example: the attendance time, job time, and idle time on a single card record. This facilitates reconciliation and discrepancy, if any, is brought out. As usual, this may be filled either manually or with the help of clock records. The specimen of time come job card with idle time is as follows. This is a specimen of time combined card, time cup job card with a idle time. This is a weekly card, recorded clock time in out, job time start finish, ordinary time, overtime, job time, idle time, etc. This record is useful to how many times employee working in the factory. Thanks.